Groves lost his balance momentarily. It's a firefight on the ropes. The champion pinned against the rope has put George Groves on unsteady legs, and now Callum Smith is looking to tee off. George Groves trapped in his own corner. He's got 1 minute and 14 seconds to survive.
Yeah, clean match, okay? Good luck. God bless you.
And starting this contest on the back foot. Both men firing out well. Cautious start by both boxers. Each man looking to establish the jab. The left jab from George Groves. Also Richie Woodall.
A physical chess match in the opening round. Two boxers just fencing here. Pouring with the one to actually commit and make a mistake, but that's not happening. Groves very, very clever on that back foot, conceding the height and reach, but he's...
It's a 6-inch reach advantage that Callum Smith enjoys. 78 inches for the challengers. He got through with a good right. 78 inches for the challenger, 72 inches for the champion. We're looking against Chris Eubank in the semi-final of this tournament. That was Groves showing no ill effects in that department to this point.
No, but that was a good shot from Callum Smith. Think a little bit, but that was a good punch from Callum Smith.
Left jab that he shoots up from around his belt line. Seconds of the opening round. Left jab to the torso lands from Groves. Lovely left jab from Smith, looking for his own left hand. Remaining patient, chopping right hand in evidence from Smith once again. And Groves just re-establishing his stance and tottering backwards, putting 3 minutes. Beautiful left jab. Wigan asking him for more variation in the jab and not to stay in punching range for two.
Groves to be more busier really, and to use, he said he was waiting far too long. And like I say, it was always going to be a chess round. Probably Smith just shaded it with a couple of good... It's very, very close, but that was probably just the difference, those right hands from Smith. And he seems to have... He's listening to his coach, but he's got to... The coach has said, use that jab more, and probably jab to the body, and that was on cue, look. Because that should bring the elbows down of Smith, and then he may then have the chance to land that right hand over the top.
With his own jab, Groves with his back foot near the ropes. See a feints out of that familiar wide-legged stance. Right hand from Callum Smith wasn't too far away. Now they're tussling inside.
Good short uppercuts and left hooks. But I think he's playing patiently. And Groves, I think, is expected.
Furiously, right hand to the torso wasn't too far away. It was a straight right hand. Bolo punch just above the belt line was Groves. Straight right, didn't pull the trigger. Groves near the corner, trying to set a trap for Callum. Counter right hand is a beautiful shot from Callum Smith, then gets through with the toe of the champion.
Yeah, so the tactics are playing simple now from Smith. He's keeping the punches nice and long. He's boxing very... When he throws that right hand, he's not leaning too far in. There's the danger shot from Groves, but he needs Smith more over the front foot. And Smith boxing...
Went it against Fedor Chudinov at Bramall Lane. It's at Wembley Arena, and Chris Eubank at the Manchester Arena. It's another domestic foe. He's faced title bid, looking very assured indeed. The ability of the other to fight long. Good left hand by George Groves. Counter from Callum Smith wasn't too far away. George Groves has suggested he's often guilty of going into his shell. Callum Smith said that when he looked into the eyes of the fighter, but I saw an old man with a lot of miles on the clock who's ready for the taking. Trying a right, wasn't too far away on either occasion.
Yeah, Smith dishing out a little bit of his own medicine there, but Groves comes back with his own right hand. That was a good right hand from the champion.
And then jab success as well in the 2 minutes. Coming together now, right hand success from Smith. George Groves lost his balance momentarily. It's a firefight on the ropes. The champion pinned against the ropes, trying to tuck up.
Groves just inviting the pressure, and Smith has landed a couple of cracking shots, but so Callum, as he's moving forward, he's got to watch out, because Groves can come back with his own big shots. Cracking fight, Ronald.
Furious energy with the big punches they were unloading there. Groves, real percent knockout ratio for Callum Smith. 17 of his wins coming inside the distance, and he went for that right round then. The winner of this contest, as well as hoisting the inaugural Muhammad Ali trophy in the super middleweight division, will become just the third from Athens 2004, the man who went through his entire PBA super title and the inaugural Muhammad Ali trophy.
Well, Groves knows that he had the start of this round on that front foot a little bit more, but he's got to watch it. He's going to get caught with the right hand like that. A little bit slow with his reactions there, and Smith punched perfect with that right hand. Groves' hands Ronald far too low, that right hand, it's costing him here.
Well, Groves looking to launch.
Up to now, it's a very disciplined display from Callum at distance, and he just won't commit. Look, see there, just measuring the distance and gap. But
Tournament. Both men looking for those shooting left hands on that occasion. Good left from the champion. Callum Smith looking very measured indeed as George crossed to the head. And with that upward shooting of Callum Smith, Russ Amber in the corner on cut. So Smith onto the front foot once again, stalking his man patiently. Smith looking for that counter right hand once again. Callum Smith, it's the 9th time over the championship distance. Groves has gone in 12, has completed the 12-round distance on 4 occasions. But Callum Smith has gone the 12-round championship distance in the quarter and semi-final of the World Boxing Super Series against Scotland, where he put his man on the floor in the 11th round, and the late substitute Nicky Holston. Right hand success fight against Holston. He said with no disrespect, he found himself rather bored on occasions. Right hand attempted, causing Groves to cover up. He then winged in an uppercut which was short of the mark. There's a good right listening to what Joe Gallagher said in the corner, and the main over the championship round as we see the numbers through this juncture of the contest.
I think for the first time in a long time with George Groves, the boots on the other foot a little bit here. Still a disciplined display. This is a better round from Groves. He's been busier. Because I think he knows he's probably...
And then a sharp lead right hand out of the orthodox stance. Callum Smith with another telescopic right hand. It was countered by Groves. And then a good left jab from Callum Smith. But look at the double jab success from George Groves. Now, there's a trip here. I think the feet got tangled. In the super middleweight division at the world level, right hand was...
It's a super shot there from Smith again. Long left hand of his. Responds well up to now.
I mentioned what a rich team of success these two. George Groves, who's up in the ring at the moment. Rocky Fielding is a W boxers. Between the current champions we have and Murray Sutherland, who got it started. Least of all, the peerless
Smith. The legs just wobbled slightly there from Groves. It was a good shot.
Right hand counter from Groves, but Smith staying in the pocket, targeting a corkscrew right hand. The follow-up left jab did get through, as didn't compose, continuing to fire feints in the direction of the challenger. Jolting left jab.
Variation in his work, good uppercuts, and left hooks also.
Right hand move from the crowd here at the King Abdullah Sports Hall. Smith looking for that right hand once again. Good right hand to the body. Oh, and now a left hook causes Groves just to take refuge on the ropes and is affected by the shot. But his footing definitely wasn't stable momentarily. So Groves looking to dictate proceedings with that left jab once again. Whipping right hand to the body was almost countered by a right hand over this World Championship bout that is scheduled for 12. 6 rounds completed. Both men demonstrating composure. Both men picking their punch, betray him as George Groves suggests that it often does. Groves backing up once again. Smith working incessantly behind a trip hammer left jab. Groves covering up well, trying a right hand to the body. Couldn't find the mark. Chopping right hand from Smith.
Side. Groves wants a real war. But George Groves is struggling.
So whipping right hand around the corner that almost sneaked behind the left glove of the challenge hand. Was a similar shot on a similar trajectory, but it was short. Now both men look, really does demand your full attention because both of these men are cape shot. Good right hand to the body from Groves. That was a low blow beneath the belt line of Callum Smith, but he didn't complain. And a left hook has put George Groves on unsteady legs. And now Callum Smith is looking to tee off. George Groves trapped in his own corner. He's got 1 minute and 14 seconds to survive. He's in real trouble. And a left hook has wiped him out. He wilts down to the canvas. Referee is issuing the 8 count. The mandatory count, but I don't think Groves is going to be the count. And George Groves' championship reign has come to an end. And we have a new WBA Super Middleweight champion. And it is Callum Smith from Liverpool. He did it.
Yeah, we said George Groves was struggling a little bit in this round. He throws a right hand, but then gets caught with a peach of a left hook. And then Callum Smith really did smell the win here. Just keeps the attack going, sustains the pressure, hurt him downstairs with that shot, most definitely. A right hand comes over from Groves, doesn't get that hand back to the on-guard position. Smith comes across with that left hook and then keeps the attack going. Pins his opponent in, watch his body shot coming in. There he was there. That hurt, most definitely, finishes him off.